periodic test. Now we are going to see the question patterns and we will discuss now. Okay. So this is your question pattern. You are going to write for 15 marks. How many marks? 15 marks. First one. Complete the sentences using simple present tense. Complete the sentences using simple present tense. So there will be 10 questions. Each question carries half mark and totally 5 marks. Okay. Complete the sentences using present continuous tense. Complete the sentences using present continuous tense. So in this there will be 10 questions. Each question carries half marks and totally 5 marks. Okay. Third one. Make adverbs of the following words. Make adverbs of the following words. So there will be 5 questions. Each question carries 1 mark and totally 5 marks. Identify the adverbial phrase in the sentence. Identify the adverbial phrase in the sentence. In this also there will be 5 questions. Each question carries 1 mark, totally 5 marks. Next, synonyms. In synonyms there will be 5 questions. Each carries 1 mark and totally 5 marks. Antonyms. In antonyms there will be 5 questions. Each carries 1 mark and totally 5 marks. Next one, past tense. Okay, what is this? Past tense. The past tense also contains 5 questions. Each question carries 1 mark and totally 5 marks. Next one is the choose. You have to write choose. In choose there will be 5 questions. Each question carries 1 mark, totally 5 marks. Identify the simile and metaphor. Identify the simile and metaphor. So in this there will be 2 questions. Each question carries 1 mark, totally 2 marks. At last, question and answer. So there will be 3 questions. Each question carries 1 mark, totally 3 marks. So you have to write for 15 marks. Okay. Now let us revise the grammar. First we are going to see simple present tense. What is this? Simple present tense. So first we will see the definition of simple present tense. The simple present tense expresses actions. The simple present tense expresses actions. What is meant by action? The process of doing something. Okay? The process of doing something. What am I doing? I am teaching to you. So this is an action. Okay? The simple present tense expresses actions. It happens on daily basis like every day, usually, etc. It happens on daily basis like every day, usually, etc. So it refers to the habitual action that happens regularly. Okay? It refers to habitual actions that happens regularly. So it is known as the simple present tense. The simple present tense expresses actions. It happens on daily basis like every day, usually, etc. So before seeing the example, let us see what this pronoun means. Okay? What does pronoun means? In pronouns there are 3 persons. How many? The pronouns have 3 persons. The pronouns have 3 persons. How many persons? 3 persons. Okay? First person, second person, third person. In first person there are I, we. First person, I, we. So I is the singular, we is the plural. You already know what does plural means. So plural means more than one. Okay? So we is the plural. Second person, you. You is both singular and plural. Third person, he, she, it, they. He, she, it, they. So he, she, it is singular and they is the plural. So in simple present tense you have to add in third person singular he, she, it, you have to add yes or es to the verb. What you have to add? Yes or es to the verb. Okay. For example, she go to school every day. She go to school every day. So what is she means? Okay, she is the third person singular. What you have to do? If the subject is third person singular, you have to add yes or es to the verb. Okay, so you have to add es to the verb. G-O-E-S. Okay, she goes to school every day. So I dash go to school every day. I go to school every day. I go to school every day. See here. I, we, you, they. For these pronouns, you have to write only the verb. Okay? I, we, you, they. You have to write only the verb. He, she, it. You have to write verb plus yes or es. For he, she, it, you have to write verb plus yes or es. See the example. It dash rain. It dash rain. Okay. So what you have to do? You have to see the subject here. Whether it is the singular. Whether it is the third person singular. Okay. So it is the third person singular. So you have to add verb plus yes or yes. So I have added only yes here. Okay. It rains. They dash run. Okay. So run is the verb. They run. So this is not the third person singular. So for I, we, you, they, you have to write only the verb. So I have written they run. Okay. Is it clear, students? For only third person singular, you have to add s or es to the verb. For the other pronouns I, we, you, they, you have to write only the verb. Okay, next we are going to see the present continuous tense. Present continuous tense. So this is the structure of the present continuous tense. Am, is, are plus verb plus ing. Repeat. Am, is, are plus verb plus ing. See here, be verb. So this is the be verb for present tense. Am, is, are. Okay. Am, is, are. Where you will use this am? If the subject is I. Okay. If the subject is I, you have to use am. Where will you use is? So if the subject is singular, you have to use is. So where will you use this are? The subject is in the plural form. You have to use are. Okay. Now let us see the definition for present continuous tense. It expresses actions that happens at the moment. It expresses actions that happens at the moment. I already told what does action means. Okay. The process of doing something. So the actions happens right now at the present. It is known as the present continuous tense. So example, I am teaching. So what I am doing? I am teaching. So if the subject is I, so I have added am. Okay, because the structure is am, is, or. If we have to use any one of these three words plus verb plus ing. So because of the subject I have used am plus teach is the verb. Okay, teach is the verb. So we have to add ing to the verb. So teaching. I am teaching. So see the next example. You are listening. You are listening. I have told that you is both singular and the plural. So for plural form, you have to use this are. You are listening. Listen is the verb, and after the verb, you have to add the ing. You are listening. She is dancing. She is dancing. So she is the singular subject. Okay. For singular subject, you have to add is. So dance is verb, and with the verb you have to add the ing. She is dancing. Okay, is it clear? Next, adverbs. Okay, what is this? Adverbs. Adverbs are words that tell us how an action is done. Adverbs are words that tell us how an adjectives. Adverbs are formed by adding ly to the adjectives. So you have already known that what does action means. Okay, the adjective means a word which describes a noun is known as the adjective. Adjective means the word which describes the noun is known as the adjective. Shall we read once again? Adverbs are words that tell us how an action is done. Adverbs are formed by adding ly to adjectives. So, slow, loud. These two words are adjectives. Okay. So, slow plus ly gives slowly. Loud plus ly gives loudly. So, adverbs are nothing but we have to add ly to the adjective. Adverbs are nothing but we have to add ly to the adjectives. When an adjective ends in y, we change the y to I and then add ly. When an adjective ends in y, we change the y to I and then add ly. See here, happy. So it is an adjective. It ends in y. So if an adjective ends in y, what we have to do? We change the y to I. So we have removed the y and have added I. Okay, HAPPI and then add ly. So after adding the I, we have to add ly. So happy, happily. Okay. When an adjective ends in y, we have to change the y to I and then add ly. See the other example, easy. So it ends in y. So I have removed the y and added I and then at last ly. So easy, easily. Okay, have you understood, students? Adverbs are words that tell us how an action is done. Adverbs are formed by adding ly to the adjectives. We have to add ly to the adjectives. Slow, slowly, loud, loudly. If it ends in y, we have to remove the y and we have to add I and at last we have to add ly. Happy, happily, easy, easily. Okay. Next, adverbial phrase. Adverbial phrase. It is a group of words that gives us more information about the word adjective. So, adverbial phrase is a group of words. Okay. It is a group of words and it gives more information about what? Verb and adjective. So, verb is the action, adjective means the word which describes the noun. So, it gives more information about the verb and adjective. It answers the questions like where, when, how much. It answers the questions like where, when, how or how much. So, what does where means? Where refers to the place or position. Where refers to place or position. When refers to time. Okay. When refers to time. How refers to the way or the manner. How refers to the way or the manner. How much refers to the price. How much refers to the price. So I have given an example for you. My friend goes to a very good school. My friend goes to a very good school. So how do you ask question? This very good school refers to the place. Okay. So it refers the place. When it refers the place, you have to use the question word as where. You have to use the question word as where. So it answers to the question word where. Where does your friend go? Okay. My friend goes to a very good school. So it answers to the question where. So it is known as the adverbial phrase. Okay. Next example. They will arrive by 5 o'clock. They will arrive by 5 o'clock. So this 5 o'clock refers to what? It refers to the time. Okay, it refers to the time. If time comes, what question word will you apply? So you will apply when. Okay. So when they will arrive by 5 o'clock. So it answers the questions when. So it is known as the adverbial phrase. Next. The girl stood in front of the gate. The girl stood in front of the gate. So in front of the gate refers to the place. So you have to use the question word where. Okay. So where did the girl stand? The girl stood in front of the gate. So it answers the question word where. So it is known as the adverbial phrase. Okay. Have you understood? Okay. Next we are going to see the summary of the lessons. Okay. First, dog our best friend. Hazim was an old man who lived alone. Okay. Hazim was an old man. He lived alone. He is having a pet dog. Okay. What pet dog do Hazim have? He is having a dog named Bruno. Okay. The dog named Bruno. Every morning, Hazim would take his dog for a walk. They would walk through the streets and stop at the tea shop. So where do they go? They go for a walk in the early morning to the tea shop. One day Hazim fell sick. The neighbors gathered around Hazim's house and took him to the hospital. So what happened to Hazim? He was very sick. So the neighbors took Hazim to the hospital. The puppy sensed that its master missed reading the newspaper every morning. So the puppy, what is the name of the puppy? Bruno. Okay, the Bruno realized that his master will be missing reading newspaper in the early morning. Bruno took few coins lying on the table and ran to buy a newspaper for his master. So what did Bruno did? It collected coins from the table, and where does it went? It went to the shop to buy newspaper. The shopkeeper was surprised seeing a dog came to his shop to buy a newspaper. So on seeing the dog, the shopkeeper was very surprised. Bruno ran back to the hospital to give it to its master. Hazim was overjoyed. He had this dog. So after getting the newspaper from the shop, the dog went back to the hospital and to see Hussein. Okay. So on seeing the dog, he was very happy. So next is the ant. It is the poem. Okay. So this story is about whom? A little ant. Okay. So it found a large grain of wheat. What has it found? It found a large grain. Next, we are going to study about antonyms. Okay. Deep, shallow, deep, shallow. Friend, enemy, friend, enemy. Disperse, assemble, disperse, assemble. Whisper, shout, whisper, shout. Overjoyed, sad, overjoyed, sad. Cross, happy, cross, happy. Ease, difficult, ease, difficult. Profit, loss, profit, loss. Assist, disturb, assist, disturb. Certainly, doubtfully, certainly, doubtfully. Squeeze, release, squeeze, release. Timid, confident, timid, confident. Fast, slow, fast, slow. Short, long, short, long. Near, far away, near, far away. Okay, next we are going to study past tense. Okay, assist, assister, assist, assister. Beg, 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 beg. Crawl, 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 crawl. So you have to add ed at last. Crawl, crawl. Come, came, come, came. So instead of this verb, you have to remove this and you have to add a. Come, came, get, got, get, got. Removing this e, you have to add o. Okay? Look, 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 look. Buy, bought, buy, bought. The past tense of buy is bought. Help, 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 help. Have you understood? Next, choose. Animals are truly our friends and love to be among people. Animals are truly our friends and love to be among people. Hazem had adopted Bruno when it was small abandoned puppy. Hazem had adopted Bruno when it was small abandoned puppy. Who is Bruno? The dog. Okay. The shopkeeper was surprised seeing a dog come to its shop. The shopkeeper was surprised seeing a dog come to its shop. Sea animals are also called marine animals. Sea animals are also called marine animals. Animals that live in rivers or ponds are called freshwater. Animals that live in rivers or ponds are called freshwater. So next we are going to see simile and metaphor. Okay, what? Simile and metaphor. When we compare two different things, it is known as simile. So the definition of simile is when we compare two different things, it is known as simile. Simile is nothing but it is of comparing two different things. Okay. We use the words as and like. We use the word as and like. So the sentence contains as or like. For example, our life is like a journey. Our life is like a journey. In this sentence, the life is compared to what? The life is compared to journey. Okay. They have used the word like. So it is known as the simile. Our life is like a journey. Life is compared to a journey and they have compared with like. Okay. They have used the word like. So in a sentence, if they compare two different things and they add as or like, the sentence is known as simile. Okay. Shall we move on to the next? A metaphor also compares two different things, but the comparison is stronger than the simile. A metaphor also compares two different things, but the comparison is stronger than the simile. So, in metaphor also they will compare the two different things. Okay, they will compare two different things, but the comparison will be very stronger. How? The comparison will be very stronger than the simile. Okay. Example: the man is a lion in the battlefield. The man is a lion in the battlefield. So the man is comparing to a lion. Okay, the man has been compared to a lion. So it is known as the metaphor. So they have compared two different things and this is stronger than the simile. See, in the sentence they didn't add the word as or like. Okay, they didn't add the word as or like, but they have compared two things. What are those two things? The man and the lion. Okay, they have compared the two things. The man is a lion in the battlefield. So it is known as the metaphor. So simile and metaphor. Okay, have you understood what is simile and metaphor? Shall we read this? When we compare two different things, it is known as simile. We use the words as and like. So if the sentence contains as and like, it is known as the simile. A metaphor also compares two different things, but the comparison is stronger than the simile. So metaphor is also nothing but it is also a comparison. The man is a lion in the battlefield. So the man has been compared to a lion. So it is known as metaphor. Next we are going to study about writing a postcard. Okay, writing a postcard. So they will give a question for you. First you have to read it. Write a paragraph to your teacher requesting her to suggest a good dictionary. Write a paragraph to your teacher requesting her to suggest a good dictionary. So you have to understand the question first. So next they will give you the clues. Okay. So for this they have given improve my English, understand subjects, suggest. Okay, so what are the clues they have given in this? Improve my English, understand, subjects, suggest. So using these clues, you have to write the content. Okay, shall we see? So first you have to write the date. Next, class. Which class are you studying and your section. Okay. Next, to my dear teacher, Miss, your class teacher's name. After that, we have to write the content using these clue words. So what are those clue words? Improve my English. So I want to improve my English. So you have to write a sentence using these clue words. I find difficult to understand the meanings of words in my subjects. So the second clue word is understand. So see the second sentence. I find difficult to understand. So I have used the clue words in this sentence. Okay. The meaning of the words in my subjects. So the third clue word is subjects. Okay. At last, suggest. So I request you to suggest a good dictionary. Okay. So I request you to suggest a good dictionary. So you have to use these clue words and write the content. Okay. At last, yours loving student, your name. Okay. Have you understood this? First you have to read the question carefully and have to see what are the clue words they have given, and you have to write the day, the class, the section, and to my dear teacher, Miss, your class teacher's name, and using these clue words you have to write the content, and at last you have to write yours loving student, your name. Okay, have you understood how to write a postcard? Next we are going to revise the question and answer. Okay, first question. Who was Hazil? Where did he live? Who was Hazil? Where did he live? Hazil was an old man who lived alone. Hazil was an old man who lived alone. Second question. Did Hazil have many friends? Did Hazil have many friends? No, Hazil did not have any friends. His only friend was his pet dog Bruno. No, Hazil did not have any friends. His only friend was his pet dog Bruno. Third question. How did Bruno alert the neighbors when Hazil fell sick? How did Bruno alert the neighbors when Hazil fell sick? Bruno, sensing that its master was sick, went around the neighborhood barking and walking. Bruno, sensing that its master was sick, went around the neighborhood walking and walking. Fourth, how did Bruno get newspaper for Hazil? How did Bruno get newspaper for Hazil? Bruno took few coins lying on the table and ran to buy newspaper for its master. Bruno took few coins lying on the table and ran to buy newspaper for its master. Next, what did the black ant find? What did the black ant find? The black ant found a large grain of wheat. The black ant found a large grain of wheat. Whom did the little black ant beg for help? Whom did the little black ant beg for help? The little black ant begged his neighbor for help. The little black ant begged his neighbor for help. Do the leopards climb trees? Do the leopards climb trees? No. Yes, the leopards can climb trees. Yes, the leopards can climb trees. Where do the turtles lay eggs? Where do the turtles lay eggs? The turtles lay eggs on the sand. The turtles lay eggs on the sand. So we have revised everything for your test portion. Study well at your home and write good. Okay? All the best.